Victoria Zoologist is speaking out tonight about the risks of swimming with captive killer whales. Anna Hall says it is dangerous to swim with any killer whale, particularly one in a confined space. Last week, a trainer at SeaWorld Orlando was killed after she was dragged into the water by Tilikum, a massive orca whale with a deadly past. That same whale has been involved in the deaths of 2 other people, including a trainer at the former Sealand of the Pacific Marine Park in Oak Bay. This latest incident has rekindled the debate about keeping whales in captivity for entertainment. News reporter Eric Thompson joins us now with more. Eric.
Hudson speaking publicly for the first time since last week's tragedy. Hall says there has never been a recorded incident of a wild killer whale harming or killing a person. She says captive killer whales have the potential to hurt anyone who gets in the water with them due to their size.
Anna Hall studies cetaceans, whales, dolphins, and porpoises. She has been part of the whale watching industry since 1995. She also helps update the guidelines used by whale watching operators to ensure they reflect the latest science.
They are wild animals, whether they're in captivity or not. They are still wild animals, and they have the potential, because of their sheer size, to hurt any human that gets in the water with them.
Last week, a 5,400-kilogram killer whale named Tilikum turned on its trainer, dragging her into the water. Over the weekend, SeaWorld Orlando resumed its killer whale shows, but the company's president says trainers won't get in the water with the whales for now, until officials finish reviewing what happened to trainer Dawn Brancheau. Investigators say she died from multiple traumatic injuries and drowning. Hall says there has never been a recorded incident of a wild killer whale harming or killing a person.
All you have to do is observe wild killer whales playing with each other to understand that they're just enormously powerful animals. Even when they play with their own young, the youngest ones are 6 feet long and 400 pounds, and those are newborns. We don't even compare.
The owner of one of BC's oldest whale watching operations, located on the northern tip of Vancouver Island, says he believes Tilikum was most likely playing with his trainer rather than trying to kill her.
But Jim Borrowman says in light of Tilikum's dangerous track record, he believes people should stay away from him.
Maybe have the whales show their behaviors more and not interact with people like a circus.
In a published report, veterinarian J.C. Sweeney is quoted as saying aggression expressed by killer whales toward their trainers is a matter of grave concern. Hall believes there are far better ways to educate people about killer whales than keeping them in captivity. But she also acknowledges the value of SeaWorld and similar operations, which she says have helped change the social perspective of killer whales.
If we flash back 30, 40, 50 years, we were out shooting killer whales. I mean, our government set up a machine gun on the BC coast for the sole purpose of eliminating killer whales from BC waters.
We think that the whaling issues have gone away. They haven't. There's more pressure to kill whales now than there's been in 3 decades.
Both Borrowman and Hall say this latest incident involving Tilikum brings the plight of whales in the wild back into the spotlight.
Hudson, Anna Hall says whales are intelligent thinking beings who live with families, and in her opinion, it is not possible to provide an adequate habitat for an entire killer whale family in captivity. And Hudson, a memorial service was held in Chicago yesterday for Dawn Brancheau. She's the trainer who was killed at SeaWorld Orlando.
All right, Eric Thompson reporting. Eric, thank you.
You're welcome.